Alright, hello and welcome back everyone to the third and final best of one show match for CEVO Season 3. There is now an in-game ticket, as most of you are probably aware. It's $1.99, so make sure to go check it out, get some items of your friends, of yourselves, maybe, perhaps. We'll see. Either way, I'm Helium from twitch.tv/FMBP cast a lot of CEVO, as well as NEL and some other stuff coming up here pretty soon. But either way, if you like what you see here tonight, do make sure to follow and check out CEVO.com. Registration is still open for Season 3, so you still can get involved, and that'll be Season 3 open. Here are two teams from CEVO Season 3 main. Most of the ticketed matches will probably be from CEVO main, but we'll probably get some open. And, of course, try to do some of the open playoffs in the ticket, of course. As we do get into the teams, we should introduce them. We do have some wacky SGs, Swag. Anyone that watches me here on this Twitch channel should know who Swag is. I cast them quite a lot. Maybe the team I have cast the most. And they've got some sick new logos and banners as well. And, of course, they will be playing Mike Chan Dota. And if you watch here, you'll notice Orbit, my usual co-caster, are going to be playing for them. So we'll see what both teams can get done here tonight. Zeus will be taking out the OD as well as the Batrider for his first bans. Dave targets one of the best carries right now, that Alchemist, as well as the Abaddon. And we'll go for that first pick, Elder Titan. We just saw Chicken MC do very well with it in the mid lane. And likely going to do the same thing here tonight. So expect that hero to be in the mid lane, but he's also great off lane. He's not so bad in tri-lane versus tri-lane situations either, but seeing him in the mid lane as of late. Now, the Jesus over for his first two picks of the evening. He's going to go with the Visage. The Naga's available as well. Will they go for both? And this is Swag's good lineup here tonight. And just for the record, GG, that will be Zilu. I'll be calling him and referring him as Zilu, so don't let that confuse you as they go for the second pick. Will it be the Naga, as we see so often? Of course, the Weaver still available as well. Goes great with Visage. However, if you pick up Naga as the second pick on Mike Chan Dota, it makes your game or your life as Weaver a little more annoying. Of course, that net is going to be great to stop you from Saguchiing away if there's dust and or sentries in the lane. So we'll see what they decide to pick up here. Other good supports left. Nyx Assassin, if they wanted to pick it up. Visage Nyx Assassin, they do well together. Probably put that into a defensive tri-lane and then rotate around early with some smokes. But they will just play pretty standard for the current metagame. They go ahead and pick up the Naga. And of course, you don't want to give away a Naga, Elder Titan, and a Medusa, because we've already seen that Jigglebilly and Chicken MC are willing to play those two heroes, the Elder Titan as well as the Medusa, and Naga Siren goes even better with that. The sleep to set up an Earth Splitter on top of it all, as Dazzle going to be the second pick. Orbit looking to play that again. I believe he's fallen in love with that hero recently. And Dave going to take out the Weaver. They're not going to give away that combo. The Visage, Naga Siren, Weaver. It's just a little too strong here, so they ban it out. Now over to Swag.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I'm reading the chat right now, and I'm definitely questioning Jabano's taste in music at the moment, as we do wait for the axe ban. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Dazzle got picked up, so they are banning out the axe. I'd say that's... I don't know if it's that hard to shut down. It could be pretty annoying early on if you don't want to deal with it, but with those power supports, Siren, it might not have been that big of a deal if they tried to creep skip early with the Axe Dazzle combo, so I don't know. It's definitely a ban in response to the Dazzle pickup, but is it really worth it? I don't know. I guess we'll wait to see how the game plays out. Maybe it will be. I don't think it's what they were going for. It didn't look like they were trying to do anything gimmicky with the Dazzle, just using him as he is. A pretty nice hero, especially in conjunction with the Abaddon, but Abaddon has been banned out, so we'll see what Dazzle can do solo. They obviously know it's banned out because they banned it out themselves, so I'm sure they've got something else up their sleeves as they ban out another really strong carry that can go along with Visage and Naga Siren. So taking out the Weaver as well as the Gyrocopter. The Rocket Barrage damage when you get in close off the net And of course, the flak cannon with armor reduction. You can't really beat that. That's going to do a lot in the late game.
10 seconds.
And Swag, are they going to try to target another gimmicky pickup here? They're probably glad that Huskar isn't in Captain's mode yet, so they don't have to worry about banning him. But Dazzle, I mean, he's pretty much great with anyone that can burst out a ton of damage. Axe just gets started really early on. And they're going to take out the Shadow Demon, a hero, or a support rather, that's sort of fallen out of favor. Of course, he's still very good. He's still top tier, but, I mean, Visage as well as Naga Siren is so good right now. The Abaddon is so good. Of course, Rubik and Nyx, always really good. Even Jakiro just does a little bit more defensively, as the aggro tri-lanes are very popular these days. And Shadow Demon just, I don't know. I mean, he's definitely still a great hero, one of the supports that scales the best into the late game because of his disruption. Those illusions can become pretty strong, and of course Purge goes through the BKB, always going to be great. But yeah, they ban him out here, so it's still definitely a good ban. Would it go amazing with the Dazzle? It actually does go amazing with the Dazzle, because you get those 2 illusions to heal up, and upon healing those illusions, that's a lot of burst damage actually early on. So Shadow Demon probably a wise ban. Maybe could have been what they were going for. 2 very, very defensive supports could make the game quite annoying, as Swag, with a really nice lineup forming here. They pick up that Darkseer third, so looking for that Jesus Darkseer. Dave now, though, working for his 3rd pick. They've got the mid, they probably have the support, maybe going for that offlaner. I know I just cast the game, but for some reason, I can't remember what they picked up as their offlaner. Which is interesting.
Reserve time.
Oh, they go with the Bristleback. I'm excited to see that. Probably will be farming, maybe they take it into an aggressive tri-lane. It could be annoying, that's for sure. He's very hard to kill, likely just going to put 1 in goo and then max up the Quill Spray, as well as the Bristleback. Then of course you get your Warpath ultimates. And yeah, that gives you some base bonus damage per stack of the Warpath that you get. You get a stack every time you cast, as well as more move speed, and of course the movement. And you can get up to 5 stacks. Stack duration is 10. So, or is it? Yeah, stack duration is 10. Max stacks are 5. So you can get up to 5 stacks. It's actually kind of hard. You do really need to spam that Nasal Goo and the Quill Spray to get up to the 5 stacks, but Warpath, appropriately named. It literally puts you on a Warpath if you get enough stacks in that. Aren't going to get stunned up, and of course with the heals. And even the Shadow Weave from Dazzle, because let's check it out. Quill Spray is physical damage, so reducing that armor off of the Weave is going to be pretty huge if it's sort of a clustered team fight going on. Which maybe will be the case. I mean, there's a wall by Darkseer. They're going to have to get in close to sort of get everything off. Maybe not so much for Visage. Naga wants to Riptide, of course. The wall vacuum from Darkseer. He'll be moderately close. We'll see. Could be a lot of early action here for Mike Chan Dota. As we wait on the 4th pick. So still definitely looking for their core hero and a mid lane hero at the moment. They don't pick last, so I don't know. I think the mid lane hero, as there's only 2 bans left. They actually go with the Treant, so they're expecting aggression. They go with the Treant. They want to get the living armor up. There's nothing to really burst down the living armor yet. Maybe they pick up a Leshrac here. Could look for another support, but I suppose with the Poison Touch and the Nasal Goo, landing the Split Earth might not be too bad. Maybe they don't need to really pick up a hero to necessarily counter the living armor right now, but I can see the reason for the Treant Protector. We'll see if it pans out actually, and just more teamfight control with the Overgrowth when he does get up to that level 6.
5 seconds remaining.
As now Dave going for the 4th pick, probably looking for another support here. We'll see what they want to do. Okay, they're gonna go with the Skeleton King at the moment, so maybe Bristle actually goes back to a support role. Maybe Elder Titan could as well. I don't know. It's heroes you don't see a lot, besides the Elder Titan these days, so probably free to do anything they want. However, this new ability here, the Mortal Strike, now that you can take away percentage, the 20% HP drain, it's pretty strong. It's a big nuke early if you can kill him fast enough. And maybe Skeleton King as a carry, Bristleback Dazzle, get some early kills in a tri-lane versus tri-lane, and then roam. That could be the tri-lane we're looking at. We'll see. It's definitely interesting. Skeleton King is I don't know. He can't really... He could be a support, I
10
guess.
seconds remaining.
His mana pool is pretty small to start off with, so it'd basically be like running a Sven support, except your stun's not AoE. Although you do have this, 30 mana burst if you can kill him fast enough.
Reserve time.
We'll see. I still would expect Elder Titan to be in the mid lane. He really needs levels, more so than anything else. As Rubik is banned out, Mike Chan Dota will take out the Viper.
Dire team.
So they really don't want to be kited around, it looks like. They do have 3 melee cores, pretty much, as well as a Dazzle. So being kited around, not going to be great. Swag now, with a really strong team, lots of team fight control. Puck is available, and I would say that's probably one of the best mid lane heroes they could get with their lineup. That's Silence as well as the Dream Coil. A lot of team fight control to line up that wall vacuum. Of course, the Sleep to set things up if they need it. There's the Riptide, Overgrowth. They've got a lot. Even the familiar stuns. We'll see what they can go for, though. Looking for the mid. Spangler saying an anti-mage is incoming. Of course, they're on 2-minute delay, so I don't quite know where they are in the draft. And they're actually going to go with the TA for the mid lane, so maybe looking to snowball that TA out of the mid lane. Squee, a very competent mid lane player, especially on the TA. And there's not a lot to go through the refraction, although Elder Titan is not as easy to mid against as you might think. Even as TA with the refraction. Of course, you won't take that burst damage from the Astral more than likely, because your refraction will block it. But you're still very susceptible to the man fight. Elder Titan can just run you down and potentially kill you. Of course, there is Meld involved, so we'll see if Elder Titan gets Ferrets and Dust, maybe buys his own or gets a Sentry up early, just so he can take that fight early. But we'll see. That's going to be pretty strong. The Treant Living Armor with the Templar Assassin. Burst damage early on. Dave now with the last pick. I've got no idea what it's going to be. I don't think anyone really does, except probably those 5 players here for Mike Chan Dota, as we wait for the last pick. Looks like the chat saying SK totally supports, so yeah, probably. I think Bristle does need the farm, more so than Skeleton King, who, with the Mortal Strike, it's a big burst, and of course Hellfire Blast, 2-second stun, every level. 140 mana, gets it early Soul Ring maybe if the lane goes well for him. And the Vampiric Aura, of course, great in the later game, even as a support. And they're going to pick up the Venomancer, so they got some hard stuns, big burst damage, lots of magic and physical damage, which is... Okay, well, that was dumb to say. Every team generally has that, but lots of magic and physical damage at every stage in the game, because, of course, Quill Spray is physical, the Elder Titan with the Astral Return damage is physical, and they still have a lot of magic damage as well with the Shadow Wave. Of course, all the damage over time item here from the Venomancer. So let's see, it's going to be an interesting game. We'll go over to Swag first to introduce them. We've got the Jesus, the drafter, playing the Visage as he normally does. So they did pick up the Visage, and he'll handle it. Over to the other support, Blink, here on the Naga Siren. They're going to be supporting together. And they usually do very well in the early game. Let's see, though. Sometimes they get ahead early and make some questionable plays, as we will just take a moment to point out these banners once again. Look how sick those look. Swag on the road to TI4. They started with the banners. And we've got Squee here going to be playing actually in the top lane by himself on the Templar Assassin. Darkseer going to be heading into the mid lane. That's going to be played by Zilu. And we find the Treant Protector. Oh, actually, Blink. Wait, what? Who's carrying in this lane? The Tree? Smurs is their carry player. Carry Treant could be interesting. We'll see. As we will go over to Mike Chan Dota. So we find Dave here. Looking to be solo safe at the moment, so yeah, he's going to be farming up there. Maybe against an aggressive Trillian as the lanes are trying to be discovered. We've got Orbit here on the Dazzle, Jigglebilly right beside him there on the Bristle. Will be farming in the top lane, and we have Venomancer, who I was thinking maybe was going to go carry Venomancer for a second, but no, it looks like the Chef, he is a support. He will be supporting on the Veno. And did we get everybody? No, we did not. We've got Chicken MC once again, Elder Titan in the mid lane. So it looks like we were all wrong.
I suppose I'd better start paying closer attention to the
we will have Dave here actually carrying, and he will be going against a Darkseer, which isn't going to be great for him. Maybe he gets Vampiric Aura just a little bit earlier to keep the lane pushed and get that health back as he tries to battle out those Ion Shelled creep. But meanwhile, the Tri-Lanes will clash in the top lane, and yeah, he did buy the Sentry Ward, so Blink's definitely supporting. They're going to farm up the Treant. It's interesting. He does hit like a truck. Maybe he gets some attack speed early. We'll see. He's pretty tanky as well against Jugobilly here on the Bristleback. We'll see what they can get done as the mid lane goes off. And we can see Chicken MC already getting the damage done right now to Squee. And if any action happens up top, I think it's going to have to be up to the Radiant, Mike Chan Dota, to really get things started there. Just because, I mean, there's the net to disengage. I don't know. You don't want to throw all your spells. They've got the Leech Seed first. The defensive lane's defensive for a reason. They're probably just going to sit there to sustain. With that living armor and the Leech Seed heals. Not try to get into any fights. Maybe win in farm just because of that base damage there on Treant is a little ridiculous. But we see Treant actually only 1 last hit right now, as Bristle is up to 6 and 3. Dave, though, taking a lot of damage. He picks up the crit and the aura to help sustain in this lane versus the Darkseer. So they knew what they were doing. And now I realize why Spangler was saying pick up Anti-Mage. So against that Darkseer 1v1. But apparently that would be too normal. They're trying things out here. They will go with the SK, and oddly enough, the other SK actually does pretty well. Sand King versus that Darkseer. Pick up Caustic Finale pretty early on. Mid lane, though, let's see Squee, how's he farming against this Elder Titan opponent? He's 7 and 4, so doing really well. Chicken MC 6 and 1, but now we've got Dave maybe trying to fight as Zelu tries to creep skip here on the Darkseer. Could be in trouble, is going to have to surge. No points in stun yet, but it looks like the builds here is sort of paying off. That costs no mana to continue just grabbing that 20%. And the top lane, they're going to actually pull their own wave over here. Looking to get maybe some XP out of it, I guess. Or at least force a fight around this pool, it looks is what they probably want to be doing right now. As the Satyr, he's getting impatient, throwing out his blast. Oh, they changed the neutral camp's bars to yellow. I didn't catch that change. And it looks like, okay, no, they're still on red. But either way, maybe going to be a slow game. I mean, it's an aggressive tri-lane. We see definitely the Bristleback carrying, or farming a lot better than the carry Treants, who, if you're going to put him in the carry role, I think he's pretty item dependent. You definitely want attack speed up on that hero. He already hits for a lot early on. He's up to 91 at the moment, which is quite a bit, and they're going to continue to contest the pool. Maybe not so worried about farming. The slow goes out. Now the Nasal Goo onto Blink. Can they fight anything else? Jesus, what's he got? Is he level 2? He does. Soul Assumption goes out onto the Chef. He won't drop. Now Leech Seed onto Orbit. They're trying to fight. Jugobilly wants to continue to dive. Gets the Goo off onto the Zeus. No points in the Quill Spray, or no mana for the Quill Spray, rather, as Orbit looks like he will be going down for the first blood. Can they get him? There's no mana anywhere. He will salve up. He should be fine. Back to Jugobilly. Looks like Zeus, the living armor, maybe even a salve. Gonna heal him up. Now Jugobilly wants to get out of here. Has Goo and Quill Spray, so not that tanky yet. Hasn't picked up Bristleback, as it looks like that engagement was like in slow motion there. Not a lot happening, so we'll see. All they do is slow up here. Smurs, the Goo goes out. Is there a Poison Strike? No, there's a Shadow Weave. The mana is for it. Will they use it here? It looks like they may. Trying to get that first blood. They will. Smurs to drop. Orbit on the Dazzle will pick it up, and now the items will go out. Jugobilly continuing to fight here. Has the Magic Wand up, as you might expect. Wants to continue to use these spells, and puts 2 points in the Quill Spray immediately. Back to the mid lane, where we haven't been in a while. All that action top, 13 to 19. So Squee actually winning the lane, doing really well. Maybe looking to get a kill. Chicken MC takes a lot of Sideblade damage, but Squee not wanting to go up the hill. The bottle is delivered. Bot lane, meanwhile, we've got Zelu doing well. Creep skipping, maybe just farming in the lane. 22 last hits. And we see our SK here at 12. So not doing incredible in the lane, but he's picking up some really utility skill builds here of this hero, the Mortal Strike as well as the Vampiric Aura. So that'll be nice when they do come to the 5-man, time to 5-man in this game. As once again pulling the creep over just to force a fight around them. They want to continue to kill. They've got one already. Can they get more? They expended a lot of mana on it. Jugobilly does have a Bass, so he will be regenning it. And there are clarities up on Orbit if they need to use them. Of course, the sustain with the living armor is pretty nice, as Smurs picks up a Orb of Venom and continues to try to farm up here. He's up to 4 last hits, 17 on the Jugobilly, so defense, the defensive tri-lane, not working out so well, and neither is Dave in the bot lane on the Skeleton King. So I guess that's a bit of a trade. They're definitely winning this off lane pretty hard, and they're kind of losing the top lane pretty hard. And I should probably specify the teams. So Swag losing the top lane, winning the off lane, and then we've got Mike Chan Dota. They're definitely winning the top lane. They look to go for more, but they're SK in the bot, having some trouble. Smurs though could be in trouble. Gets out the Leechy. That's a lot of heal. Now the Poison Touch from Orbit. 1 point in it to keep the slow. There's no stuns, but there's a lot of slow. The Chef gets pretty low. Shallow Grave will goes out. Now Zeus could be in a lot of trouble going down here. there's just a lot of sustain on both teams when they go to fight, and it looks like just a little bit more from Mike Chan Dota, maybe more so on the damage. Quill Spray stacks up. It does a lot to make it 3-0 as we see Smerzito on the tree fall, as well as Jesus' Visage. It is going to drop, and this is an aggro tri-lane into a Visage, so showing that it is pretty strong. Squee maybe with some rune control picks up a DD, farming up really nicely in the mid lane, so we'll see what he can get done in roam, maybe to the top lane here, get some kills for his team as they're sitting at 0-3 currently. As Zilo continues to creep skip here, will Soul ring up to clean this one up, and farming really nicely, working on the mech already. Headdress is finished, working on the buckler soon. Dave continues to farm, going for Helm of Iron Will straight away just to maybe tank up, get some more regen and armor, and we'll see what he turns it into. Maybe just an armlet straight off the bat, I don't know. Could be a Helm of Dominator to stack as well. The chef maybe looking to rotate, at least looking to reward, as he does have them up heading over to the mid lane. He's pretty poor right now. No boots. He's up to level 3 at least, which is nice. Chicken MC in the mid lane up to level 6. Probably 3 points in each of those spells. As maybe the chef wants to come over here. It is a very good hero versus TA, that Venomancer. And let's see what they decide to do. Can they land that Gale? They will land the Gale. It's nighttime. It pays off. Slowed up, and Squee going to make the smart decision there and just TP out. They had a bit of burst damage. It forces the TP out. Going to give Chicken MC some time to catch up in that lane. He's trailing in CS by 12. 35 at 2 at 24. Well, it's 11 now, but Squee doing really nice in lane. Good decision making there on the TA to go ahead and just TP out of there. Of course, it's going to waste some time, but you're not going to die. That's Blink now on the Naga rotating over here. Nighttime, the ward by the Radiant is set up. And by the Dire just put it down, so they know that Blink is standing here, and we see Dazzle as well as the Venomancer responding to this. They want to take down Blink. We see Chicken MC even running over here. Blink could be in a lot of trouble. There is mana to throw out. They're going to throw it on Squee. Actually, they want to get him. The sentry is dropped by the Radiant, so he can't mount to get out of this. The slow continues. The net is enough. No, the refraction comes back up. Squee may actually live. Another TP comes in. Squee gets away just barely, and that's the Jesus that's going to TP in. Meanwhile, Smurfs in the top lane, left alone versus Jigglebilly, could be in a lot of trouble right now as he continues to get gooed up. And mid lane, there is action. Squee looking for a kill. The Soul Assumption goes out. Chicken MC looking to drop here. One more meld attack. Squee will get it top lane. Jigglebilly takes out Smurfs. Back to mid, though. Action continues. Chef in a trouble. Squee very low. Orbit's there with the heal. They get Squee. Both mids down. It's 5-1. Swag finally gets on the board, and they might even get the Jesus right now. The slow. This has just got to be annoying. Double kill for Orbit. The items go out. And as usual, someone with an A in their name continues to get the item drops. Meanwhile, Zilu continues to creep skip. He's doing well. He almost has the mech for their team. Maybe he can get them back into this. If we do check out the graphs right now, it's not a really that big of a lead despite all the kills in gold. Only about 1,500. XP maybe up to 2,000 at 8 minutes. It's not insurmountable, that's for sure. Swag can come back from this. They've got the mech on the Darkseer pretty soon here. Actually, really soon. He's doing really well. 59 last hits here at 8 minutes. Meld hit will miss up the hill. Chicken MC fortunate for that one. As Squee, I mean, he's still winning the mid lane in terms of CS. He's 7 up. In terms of levels, he's actually a little bit ahead. They're both 8, but the double damage room kicks in. Squee, refraction up, still looks to fight, or at least make a trade out of it. Gets out about pretty even there. But that double damage, of course, with the Astral, you gotta look out for that. This is actually a pretty fun mid matchup to watch. Dave in the bot lane, though, still not gone down to the creep skipping. His tower, though, has almost got down. Not gonna get the benefits of Vampiric Aura. The 1 in the Mortal Strike is really all you need now for the active, because the active part of it doesn't scale. And yeah, Hellfire Blast being leveled up next for some more nuke. Of course, the stun always at level 2. Maybe could have kept that at 1 as well to get the crit up, but it doesn't really matter. Courier, though, could be in some trouble, and it is a Helm of Dominator finished up now for Dave. So looking to stack up, and with maxing Vampiric Embrace and picking up the Helm of the Dominator, probably sort of filling a support role, a support core role, just for the team fight, as they do have a lot of melee heroes. That Vampiric Aura is going to be really nice. Jigglebilly now with some mana, with some points in a Warpath, looking to do work. Still trying to force out this engagement here, just disrupting the pool, being really annoying as TA. I'm sorry, Squee. I missed your kill in the mid lane, but he does take out Chicken MC one-on-one, and Chicken MC, he's a good player. Squee, of course, looking to break into the scene himself as a very competent mid player. Does take him out there on the TDA. Mid lane, though, stun goes out onto Zilu. Let's see, Orbit comes down, and that's the most farmed hero almost in the game. Jigglebilly just a little bit ahead in net worth. In terms of last hits, though, Zilu way out ahead. Almost dies as Dave to the burn damage by the Ion Shell, but Orbit comes in and they take out the most farmed hero in the game for the Dire. That's going to be Swag, and there it is. That annoying combo from Dazzle, of course. Shallowgrave just to TP out. Zeus will drop in the top lane on the Visage. Jigglebilly picks up that one. 2-0 and 3 right now. And I see in the chat, Dazzle too strong. Indeed. Meanwhile, Blink in a lot of trouble. Warpath is online. Jigglebilly hitting like a truck right now, taking some tower damage. Ultimate goes out by the chef. He's already level 6. Smurs drops Jigglebilly onto a double kill as more items go out. And what do you know? An A name. Blink will drop Jigglebilly. I think the Venomancer poison probably ticked over on that one. As the meld hit will clean up Chicken MC. So Squee keeping his team on the board. It's 10-3 right now. Now the golden XP maybe starting to get a little out of hand as Jesus and Squee group up here in the trees looking for someone, but that someone isn't there. Jigglebilly was able to TP out, and he's going for an armlet, I would guess, here with this Helm of Iron Will. It's really strong on that hero with the Warpath, with the extra HP and the damage that's going to give you. It's pretty insane. And not to mention the attack speed. Bristleback's a pretty good hero. I'm surprised he doesn't get picked up a little more often there. We can see in this tri-lane, it's pretty annoying. Of course, you get an Abaddon to just shut down the nasal goo or anything like that, and then it's annoying, but Smurs in the mid lane in a lot of trouble. Nice stomp there by Chicken MC. Once again, at the nighttime, they go here, engage off the high ground. Orbit comes around, perfect positioning, rotates into the mid lane, and now Orbit wicked sick right now. 7-0 and 0, so he was casting the game with me when we saw the carry Crystal Maiden. Trying to do a bit of carry Dazzle on his own. He's 7-0. Looking to get some items with his name printed on them. I'm sure you can trade them. He seemed very interested in those items. As Jesus and Blink sit here to defend. Smurs the carry tree. I don't know. I think they wanted the tree just to kind of thwart the aggression, but putting it as a carry was maybe questionable here. As a nice Darkseer wall goes off from Zilu. Will get 2. No one is dead yet. Any points in weave? No. Shallow Grave for Dazzle's available if he needs it. Doesn't want to use it if he doesn't have to, and he doesn't have to. Still looking for any kills. Jigglebilly picking up kills somewhere as Squeed dives. The Soul Assumption is enough. As now let's check out Jesus going on 1-1 with Chicken MC. Here comes Jigglebilly on the backside. Zeus in a lot of trouble. The Soul Assumption, though, it's enough. They burst him down. He was facing the Bristleback, so no damage reduction. Squee onto a killing spree, putting themselves back into this game. It's 13-6. Swag wins the team fight in the mid lane. Well done. Of course, this does buy space for Dave to continue to farm. He's got the Helm of Dominator. Looks like he's going for a Vlad's again, that Vampiric Aura, as well as the Vlad's. Do they? It's an Aura, so is Vlad's. Does the lifesteal stack. He's also got a Helm of Dominator, so lifesteal on lifesteal on lifesteal right now for Dave. But even if they don't stack, it will help out the team. I would assume they do. But Vlad's, of course, does the 15% bonus damage. I'm just really not positive if they stack, because I know Vlad's is an Aura. And this is an Aura, which you would think maybe... I think the Auras stack, because, of course, yeah, they stack. Unique attack modifier here. That lifesteal stacks with the Auras. The Auras themselves stack. So he's going for a lot of lifesteal. Could use some attack speed to put it to use, of course. As now, the tower in trouble. And, of course, the 16% damage Aura will be really nice for Jigglebilly. As we see, hits for about 200. Has the armlet finished up. So some big items coming out. Phase. Maybe looking for drums. Chicken MC, not an incredible game or farm from him right now, but the team fight goes out. The Echo Stomp to land. I think it's going to go down, though. Yes, Jesus picks up yet another kill. 3-3. He's got the medallion finish up, but Jigglebilly continues to chase. He needs one more Quill. He's going to get it. Even the Bristleback Quill Spray goes out there as he continues to run away. Very tanky. Not a hero you want to chase. Again, another Quill Spray goes out. The Armlet Toggle as well. Another reason it's so good on this hero. You take limited damage from behind. He needs the Armlet Toggle, but he can't on that one, and he will go down. As the top tower will go down. Dazzle trying to carry it up here. Definitely just going to... sorry, got distracted by chat. Get a last of the tower. Trying to go carry Dazzle, of course. Did take a death. He's got a bracer up maybe to tank, maybe to build drums. As Chicken here looking to probably build one as well, so who knows. The Vlad's is finished up right now, so we've got 15% lifesteal. 15% lifesteal, and 30% lifesteal, so 60% lifesteal at the moment, as we do see him getting quite a bit of health back. Critting for a whopping 89 right now. Alright, so they're looking to continue to be aggressive. Chicken MC, the chef, as well as Orbit here in the jungle, stealing the farm. just doing everything they can to make sure that this Treant isn't going to find anything. He really has nothing right now. Checking out the gold graph, 4K advantage. XP, though, after that team fight win in the mid lane, dipping back towards equilibrium, and the Chef with the miss there, but will it even matter? Pops the Overgrowth, going for the Echo Stomp. That's going to outlast the Overgrowth, and now they go in for the kill. TP's come in. It's too late for Smurs, but can they clean up? There's Blink already with the Slap prepped. More TP's coming in, but it's going to undo. There's Zilu. He's got Wall. He's got the mech as well. Chicken MC getting pretty low. Once they continue to fight, Soul Assumption goes out, but Orbit with the Shallow Grave now. Squee dominating, picks up a killer quickly on Orbit, and they fall behind the tower. It goes at 2 for 2, that engagement. They do take out the core Treant hero as well as the Darkseer, who's farming very well, and then Elder Titan as well as the Dazzle go down. Maybe even the Chef, he continues to run, will drop Squee now on a double kill, so doing really well. 6, 1, and 2, Yasha and Tread, so going for that team fight, sort of I'm going to do damage and attack fast early build, other than the Blink, try to punish positioning, because they need to win these team fights, and Squee is doing that for them. 6 and 1, Jigglebilly once again, gonna try to run away, but will he be able to make it? Of course, he probably will. The armlet as well as the bristleback with the 40% damage reduction from back, both physical and magic, as he continues to run. Now Orbit 2 show up. Still no points in the Weave right now. I feel like it's a good spell with the team. That Quill Spray will do a lot, but the team fight will break out. A nice Echo Stomp goes. No Earth Splitter from Chicken. He looks like he will be getting burst down. Squee wants to fight this. There's a nice heal as well as the Overgrowth from Smurs. Jesus onto a mega kill streak, make it 17-12 right now. Orbit gonna go down as well. Blink takes him out. The fight continues. Astral Spirit from Chicken MC. Double kill for Jigglebilly as Dave finally gets involved with this team. Make it 20-13. He brings the auras, and he's level 13, so he's got Reincarnation on 160-second cooldown. And was there a buyback? I thought there was. Squee actually is the one that bought back. I thought maybe the Elder Titan did, but no, he did not, as they look to go on Squee. Nice wall, pulls 2 through. They got to run back through it again, as Bristle will take the fall here. Dave, no mana for Reincarnation, so he dies. That's nice kills. Make it 20-15. Let's not forget it was 10-3 at one point. Now 20-15. Swag on their way for a comeback. The XP graph maybe getting closer to equilibrium. The gold, though, still seems to be climbing in Mike Chan Dota's favor right now, as the team fights do just keep happening. It probably will keep happening, although there is some pretty good carry potential in the Bristle as well as the Skeleton King. Earth Splitter goes out on top of the sleep. Will grab up Smurs. He takes a big hit. Orbit needs to go ahead and Shallow Grave. Will Shallow Grave, as Squee here going to take the fall and dying after buying back. Of course, the buyback was a while ago. Smurs comes in with a nice Overgrowth. Orbit goes down. Soul Assumption, too much for him. The Chef as well could be in trouble. Soul Assumption to fly. No, gets slept. Can he let it fly? Doesn't see him because it's nighttime. He lets one out, though. Naga Siren takes off Chicken MC. Smurs, or Jesus continues to run, as well as Smurs. The team fights, they're hectic right now. Jesus getting low, continues to run. The Quill Spray is just a little too much, but the net from Naga, I think it's enough to save him, as we got an Alpha Wolf continuing to chase. Blink able to get out of there, and once again that goes 2 for 1, but Jigglebilly still looking to go and clean up some more, as the Surge on Smurs, you're gonna make sure he gets back to safety there. Pretty ridiculous team fight. It goes 1 for 2. Squee drops on the TA, as well as I think Orbit and Chicken MC go down on the Elder Titan and the Dazzle, as Mike Chan Dota continues to fight, but now the team fights aren't quite as easy. I mean, the Overgrowth they're pretty huge right now. Going for the Urn is Smurs, so they're pretty much relying all on Squee's carry right now. Maybe even transition Naga over. We'll see. Jesus still supporting hard, buying up the wards, has the medallion. Squee, though, is pretty strong. The Astral Spirit doing what it does best, being very annoying, picking up the damages, and keeping the lanes pushed here. And also doing some scouting. Healing up the towers, of course, something we haven't really mentioned. The Living Armor, of course, does that very adequately. They've only lost a Tier 1 top as well as a Tier 1 mid, and they smoke up looking to have a backstab. Squee maybe trying to go for the Roche. They do net up Orbit. They find him. He did just pick up a haste, though, so he's going to be a hard kill. He has the Weave. Is he going to try to throw it? I think he does. Gets a beautiful one, but an even better wall right on the 2. And they're going to drop immediately, so another team fight. 2 pickoffs for Swag. It was a beautiful Weave. Maybe I'm giving that ability too much credit, but Zilu comes up huge on the Darkseer. Throws out the wall. Perfect vacuum onto everybody, and they take down, again, the 2 heroes that probably don't want to drop and just do damage on the backside of things. And there's a double damage spawned right on that wall, actually. as the Chef going to be backed off by the Familiars as Jesus goes for the DD. Will get it. Jugabilly, though, going to take out the Familiars. Easy 200 gold for him. Now stunning up. Nope, Dave's not going to throw the stun. Roche goes down. They're going to give Squee that. The sleep goes out to hold. One. No, they're not going to get Jugabilly. Yeah, they do, but do they know it? Don't think so. They're just going to go ahead and focus Dave. Of course, he will respawn shortly. Do they try to fight off of this? Looks like they might. Venomaster throws out the ult. Jugabilly runs back in. Now Dave ready to fight. Still getting bursted very quickly. Zeus is down, however. And Dave seems to be surviving. Squee wants to continue to chase. He's got the Aegis. He's getting low. A nice Echo Stomp to go ahead and sleep him up there. But I think the damage over time is going to wake him up. Jugabilly netted up. Still wants to chase. Will pop that Aegis off of Squee. Yes, Aegis are going to be popped. They win this team fight convincingly. Make it 23-19. Aegis to pop. Going for the Echo Stomp. They get it. As Jugabilly just continues to chase everybody. Maybe going to be turned back around now. As Squee very low, but should be going down here, stunned up. And that's going to be enough right there. They take him down. Venomancer, the Chef, gets that kill. As Jugabilly wants to chase using the armlet toggles to the fullest. He also went for a Helm of Dominator, so they're really stacking that lifesteal. They want to sustain these team fights. And that's just what they did there. They do win that one. It was a bit crazy. And he's up to another 2,300 gold. That's Jugabilly. If we check out the net worth, we see Jugabilly on the Bristleback, 8,000, about 900 now. 7,800 for Dave on the Sand King, Skeleton King, excuse me. And we find Squee, who did just die, had the Aegis, but died twice. Now currently dead. But in the net worth, first team, 6,800, third overall. Then we find Zilu, 6,500, fourth overall, second for his team. So they're doing what they can to get back into this. 24-19. The Graphs, 4,000 gold advantage, and then the XP as well. Pretty even right now, not really mattering, but climbing back in Mike Chan's favor as they do win that last team fight rather convincingly. It was a nice sleep by Blink, but they really wanted to kill the SK upon his reincarnation, but they just didn't have the damage. And let's not forget, that's a big slow. It's a 30% slow in the area around where he's respawning, so they were all sort of stuck there. I think they took a nice Echo Slam to the face there to keep him around as the rest of the team caught up. Of course, they were pretty clumped as well. The Chef got off a nice ultimate, and they look to fight again. There's only 2 in the bot lane, all 5 for Swag, ready to defend this, so they might want to be careful down here. I don't think they can afford to give off too many more pickoffs. Although I say that, there is just a tree carry, so Squee is pretty much the backbone of the team right now here on this Templar Assassin. And it looks like he's even going to maybe forego a BKB. Could just go Desolator for pure damage. Chef sees them all running up, has the wards out. Do they have wards out? No, but maybe the high ground advantage. Maybe a Plague Ward, but will just TP out, doesn't want to fight. And Jugabilly trying to get the trade on the top lane. The TPs actually will come up to defend, and who's leaving? That's going to be Zilu. Still, Orbit and Chicken MC, they want to fight. Orbit's taking some deaths now. He was 7-0. Now he's 7-5, so you can see how the game sort of turned around as now Zilu defends that top tower. Meanwhile, Squeeze still defending the bot tower as the other 3 supports, and I guess the newly formed Treant support just continue to roam, try to maybe buy some space, but it looks like they're diving Squee here in the bot lane. The weave goes out. They want to fight this, but will they continue to dive? Of course, Darkseer can't get here. Jesus is there along with the familiar Smurfs to back it up too. With the Overgrowth, if they dive, could be a risky affair. And now Naga shows up, so the sleep is online. Orbit taking a lot of damage, will get stunned up, needs to maybe Shallow Grave pretty quickly. Will, wow! Just barely in time, throws the heal off. The ultimate has gone off a little earlier than this. He does, however, drop. Chicken MC drops as well. They pick up 2 for nil on the side of Swag, make it 24-21, and they want to get the Chef. They probably will get the Chef. And looks like Blink will probably survive. No, that last tick actually took him out there. Jesus picks up a double kill. There you go. Spangler as well as Theory picking up the double kill items off of Jesus. Uh-oh. The items. I want items. I'm watching my own stream. I should be eligible, right? Maybe I've got one. Actually, I'm going to open another tab just to make sure. Alright, I'm gonna me some items, darn it. As I do put on my own stream. 25-22 The gold graph really not that far ahead for 25 minutes, maybe about 7k. XP right at normal, so now sort of anyone's game. However, I still feel like if they fight together, Mike Chan Dota maybe just a little bit stronger. I mean, their bristleback wasn't even there. They're not fighting together. There's a satanic on the bristleback already at just 25 minutes. He's got a really high net worth, 10,800 right now, 9,400 for the Skeleton King. So they're doing well, and I think he's probably going for an AC right now just to help out the team again. Pretty much the aura man right now, providing that lifesteal, some more team sustain as the Satanic comes out for Bristle. Just wants to man fight, that is all. As maybe the push comes in on the mid lane. Let's see what towers are still available. They took out the mid tier 2. They took out the top tier 2. Bottom, meanwhile, Mike Chan Dota still needs to do work. There's a tier 1 as well as a tier 2 standing for Swag. And Swag, what have they got? They've got 1 tower right now. So the gold graph pretty much focused in the towers and maybe a couple more in the kills there. But as Swag takes a couple more team fights, pushes some towers, they can get right back into this game. They already are on the XP graph. They're actually ahead, but that's not really going to matter right now. It's not much. But it's nice. They were behind, and now they're even. So definitely works out in their favor. But they do need to get back some gold. They need to finish up some big items. They really have no big items. There's a mech and there's a Yasha. That's about all there is to speak of in some mana boots. Here they pick up a tower. BKB finished on Squeeze, so he's not going crazy. They trade a tier 1 for a tier 1, so trade at this point is good. If they get a tier 2 for a tier 2, I suppose it's still a pretty good trade, but they're going to lose their last outer tower. That's any access they have to maybe defending a Roche, and that tier 2 drops. So will they even get the trade? There's no Fortify. The mid lane, 1 TP's back, the Echo Stomp goes off. They want to try to save this tower. Even the Earth Splitter going to be used, not going to hit anybody. Takes out a tree there. And they get the deny, so that's pretty big. But here comes Blink, the wall, and the sleep combined. Is it enough? Nice, huge vacuum onto everybody. The overgrowth from Smurs, beautiful plays coming out of Swag. Double kill for Zilu, and that's everybody down pretty much except for Orbit. Buyback there, and the reincarnation here from the Skeleton team. So they actually killed everybody. Buyback from Orbit, buyback from Jigglebilly. Now Dave in trouble again, as that was a huge team fight for Swag. Beautifully done. Dave looks to be dropping again. Will drop there on the Skeleton King. Now Squee needs to get out of there. And what a team fight. The kill's now even here at 27 minutes. It's 26-26. Smurs, he's in trouble. They see him. Do they see him, or was that just the fade time? They don't. He actually gets out of there. Surged up again by Zilu. And Blink Zilu, the combination plays right there. Not to mention Smurs with a beautiful overgrowth to keep everyone on the wall. And with that, they're back in this game.
And not in a good way. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Check out the chats. Did I get another item? Theory is clean in house tonight. I was making sure.
It would appear Radiant's top tower is
That's a stream item. I'm not in game, so item drops on stream confirmed. Even though I already knew they were, but just for you naysayers. Now, what can Mike Chan Dota do to get back from this precarious position they've put themselves in with some interesting hero choices? Now they're losing some team fights as well. They have taken all the towers, which is nice for them, but the XP now very much in Swag's favor. The gold turning around as well. So let's see if Swag can't pull this one out of the bag. They've got the Black King bar up now on Squee. Was it used in that fight? It was, and he lived through it. He's 9-4-13. The team on his back. We've got drums coming up here on Smurs. We've got a Shiva's Guard finished up now for the Darkseer, so that's going to be really nice. Dazzle, meanwhile, Orbit picks up a 4-staff, going to be a little more mobile. Shallow Grave now on a 30-second cooldown, increased cast range as well, so going to be a little bit more annoying. Of course, 4 points in that is really strong. He's got the weave, but every time he drops the weave, they seem to just die immediately. They can't really get that sustained team fight they're looking for just with the lifesteal alone. There's a lot of burst damage from that team, and they maybe need to pick up some BKBs here. As Treads and Drums now finished on Smurs, so he hits for 145. Now he's got some decent items to follow it up. Smoke spot for both teams, and maybe looking to smoke it up. The Chef, meanwhile, Urn, Ghost Scepter, Boots. So definitely doing supporting hard, 3, 4, and 16. The Ghost Scepter, though, definitely gonna. Is it really gonna help out though? I mean, yeah, against if he gets focused down by Squee, but if he gets caught in anything else with the Ghost Scepter, that's he's writing his own death sentence. So we'll see. He's going to have to be careful with how he uses that. We do got some ancient stacking going on. We'll see who tries to farm that up. Are they still pretending that tree is a core hero? I'm not sure. And however, though, with that gold advantage that they're still holding on to, I still think Mike Chan Dota are a couple items ahead. Clearly, they've got an AC on right now. They've got a Vlad's. They can definitely push Shadowblade on Chicken MC. Interesting choice. Maybe thinking it was going to be a bit of a snowball game, as that's a pretty common item for Elder Titan actually. 4 staff up on orbit, so the support's doing pretty well. And yeah, I guess we'll just see. Their items are coming along, but of course, let's not forget Mechanism as well as the Shiva's Guard right now. Everyone else, not a whole lot to speak about besides the Crystallis, BKB, Yasha right now on Squee. And we'll see what happens in this next team fight. It looks like, again, it could be a pretty scattered team fight on 2 fronts. Smurs gets found out early on. The sleep goes out from Blink. And meanwhile, up here, we've got Jesus. They're trying to take out Dave. But I'm more interested on where Jigobilly is, to be honest. He provides a lot of damage. The Quill Sprays go out. Earth Splitter gonna hit some trees once again. Blink gonna go down here. Jigobilly cleans it up. A nice wall, a nice overgrowth again. Smurs gets it off before he dies. Doesn't even die, actually. The leech sheet heals Zilu with the Shiva's Guard as well, cleaning house. Jigobilly, though, still not dead. The fight continues over here. Dave drops. It's 1 for 1 at the moment. Can they get any more? Orbit doesn't want to go down. Chicken MC getting quite low, being chased up by a Bristleback. Jesus throws out the Soul Assumption, trying to get Chicken MC, who goes into the Shadow Blade, gets a big last hit, and they take him down. So it goes 2 for 1 after that ridiculous team fight. And once again, the Naga Darkseer Triac combo comes out pretty big, but it's still just not enough damage, even without BKBs. And they ping. It looks like they want to go back to get the second Roshan of the game here, as it has respawned now. Mike Chan Dota definitely want to get their hands on that Aegis. Japano. Maybe I should take away your mod privileges here. But I like that. I've personally been criticized by Merlini and Gods. That's good. As those of you watching it in-game, of course, the stream, twitch.tv/FMBPDota, the stream chat, genuinely hilarious, as a lot of the players in CEVO, a lot of good friends, and possibly enemies in the chat. It's a good time, so make sure to check out the stream, twitch.tv/FMBPDota, or it should be up on CEVO.com, maybe, if the CEVO admins put it up there. I didn't have time setting up all this today. Like a trooper. And of course, if you like what you're seeing, make sure to follow. I cast a ton of CEVO as well as NEL, and should be getting into some other things soon. So we'll see. You'll probably hear more from me, so you might as well just follow now and get it out of the way. I'd say that would be a safe strategy. As the outer towers are all gone. The Aegis, who's it go to? Let's see. Where is it? Chicken MC, actually. I thought maybe they would just give it to Dave. That's really annoying, but I guess he's already got 1 life, and he's not really going carry, so him respawning, doesn't really do much. Chicken MC, however, does provide a lot of damage, and that aura is going to be great, so giving him 2 lives is nice. Of course, almost everyone has a second life with the Shallow Grave to buy sometimes, so that's pretty nice. Although it looks like they do focus on the Dazzle, so he does kind of have to use it on himself. A nice Echo Stomp on 3. No one around. They're going to throw the Earth Splitter for the lols, I guess. Just Chicken MC wants to land one on more than trees. Well, not including this one. Blink, though, goes out. It catches 2 right next to each other. Gonna pop the Mirror Image, the Riptide as well. Overgrowth can be used. Wall, Vacuum, nice pickoffs. They use their big ults to get these pickoffs, but hey, they're the ones that are behind. They're the ones that need to get back in the game, so that's going to be great for them. Looks like Dazzle will just go ahead and try to TP out of this one. Should be able to. Of course, a normal hero would have died, but Dazzle says, psh, no, I live. Shallow Grave, good spell. Gets out of there, and of course there were no stuns. The Soul Assumption does hit, so it's a good thing he went back to base. As Jigobilly and Dave continue to push top. There are no towers, but of course the wave, it will be hitting the tier 3, but they find him. They find Blink. Blink, not happy about that one. It goes down immediately. Now Squee trying to fight, trying to get the side blade damage, and that Shiva's paying off big time. They try to vacuum up to the cliff, but it looks like Jigobilly will drop the respawn, though. That's a big slow. Here comes Chicken MC on the backside to turn this fight around for him. Dave with a double kill right now. Maybe looking for some more. They're going to go diving here on to Squee. Do they have any reveal at the moment? I don't believe so, so he's just going to meld up. And there's no mana to continue throwing out. Oh, he does. That's physical, by the way. Hits familiars. Gets it with a Quill Spray. And they want to work on the tier 3 tower. Trying to do work. There's 3 heroes down right now. And they don't lose anything there. I think Venomancer got picked off. Dazzle lived. And then Dave has no reincarnation, but that's back up in 25 seconds. So a really nice play there from Mike Chan Dota to make the best of it. And that Shadow Blade, that positioning that you can get and the mobility that it offers you to get to the team fights, land those stuns. It's pretty nice. And then, of course, that Shadow Blade strike out of Invis combined with Astral damage. It's a lot. As Fortification will be popped to defend at the tier 3. 31-28. Quickly at the gold. Big gold advantage. XP, though, still right on top. So There's a lot of item advantages here for Mike Chan Dota, but the levels, the team fight capability is about the same. We'll see if they can withstand the team fight. There is a wall. There is an overgrowth. There's no sleep to set it up for another 2 seconds. It's up now. Where's Blink with the sleep? I don't hear it yet. There's the wall that goes off. Aegis has been popped on Mike Chan. And Orbit, Venomancer, the Chef, they're down. The Chicken MC drops as well. They get the tier 3 tower, but they lose the ensuing team fight pretty hard. And Jigglebilly, just no mana, having mana problems right now, will have to back out of this. He's got a Manta, actually. Chicken MC will buy back, and it looks like Jigglebilly gonna take the fall. So right now, Swag, like I said, there's a big gold advantage that we quickly checked out. 12k, but XP, I mean, it's basically right at equilibrium, especially after that, and the team fight potential out of Swag is very, very high, and they defend it. They lose their tier 3 tower, so that's not amazing. They're going to have to be a little weary of the split push that seems to be happening with Skeleton King as well as Bristle, believe it or not, but yeah, maybe looking to take a Rax or a tier 3 tower of their own here, as Swag pushing into the mid lane. Buyback comes out from the Bristleback to defend this, and Swag has to back off now. They really cannot fight up high ground without the ults. That would just be suicide, and they make the right decision. They back out. Not a whole lot to catch them off guard if anyone tries to TP, and they are off to safety, as Squee will actually go ahead and pick up that Invis rune. And speaking of, is there any reveal? Let's take a look at the items. We've got an AC, a Force Staff, Ghost Scepter, Satanic, Manta, Shadow Blade, Armlet, some Helves Dominators, and a Vlad. So that's pretty much all the big items there for Mike Chan Dota. So some notable items have been read off. Jesus is working towards an Ags. We've got a Daedalus BKB on Squeeze, so that's going to be great. And that Shiva's Mech. And that's about it. So that's less items than we read off for Mike Chan Dota. So we can see they are still very far ahead. That's what the gold graph usually correlates to, those item pickups. But that team fight from Swag still very strong at the moment. They just need to hold on and continue to defend. But they really just have one carry, and it's a TA. I mean, it's not the best late game carry, more of a snowball hero, but it does work. And I think he dodged that projectile with smoke. Oh no, he did it with meld. Or no, that was meld armor reduction. I'm not sure. It looked like he dodged it with the smoke. Shallygrave was there anyways. Of course, he has a Ghost Scepter, but I think it was already on cooldown. Azus could be in trouble. Net goes out. This is actually really annoying for Jigglebilly right now. They get caught in the combo once again. Echo Slam goes off. The Chef is down, but so is Blink. The Naga Siren drops. Everything being used right now. Dave getting really low, but there's the Shallow from Orbit. Squeak, BKB's up to Manfight. Reincarnation still available right now. He goes on to Blink. Let's see where Jigglebilly is. He's spending a lot of time in nets, and Dave will die here. Maybe. No, the lifesteal is a lot. Soul Assumption bursts him down. Jigglebilly continues to fight. He knows his compadre is coming back to life with that 30% slow, and they will not be able to get Zilu. It's just not enough. Chicken MC wants to go for the dive. He's got no mana. I don't know what he's planning. He's seen right now the pings come out. He will be stunned by a familiar, believe it or not. The Weave and the Shallowgrave from the Dazzle. Orbit looking to take the fall for his reckless teammate there, as they do and should just be getting the racks. Blink to drop. Maybe we want to win the team fight. Jigglebilly finally unleashed. He's not in a net for once. Dave will go down, but Jigglebilly's now up to a double kill, picking up those items. Dave somehow lives through this, turns around with the Mortal Strike active to try to heal up and live. The Rax does go down, so Chicken MC this time, the voice of reason for the Mike Chan Dota squad, does get the Rax that they very much needed. After this team fight, Jesus on the Visage picks up an Ags, and it's 35-34, so a high killing game for sure, and look for some more. Overgrowth goes out just to keep him alive, and that Smurs on the Treant. Jigglebilly continues to fight. Just mana problems here this game for him. Dave, uh-oh, what are you going to do, Dave? You've got the active. Looks like you're going to use it and try to lifesteal. He does indeed, but Zilu just going to go ahead and run away. Smurs, meanwhile, in trouble in the trees, dusted up. They want to bring him down. Jigglebilly hits like a truck right now. And yeah, they're going to take him down. Dave continues to lifesteal up here. There's a wall. Is there a vacuum? No, this could be the triple lifesteal strap from Dave. It's not enough. Of course, he fought for long enough. Reincarnation off of cooldown at the moment, as Zilu gets back into the base safely, and Squee now back into action, continues to fight. It's a long drawn out team fight, so the AC, the triple lifesteal strat, and even a Satanic for Jigglebilly, they're paying off, sort of. It's interesting. I wouldn't advise this. And of course they do have the heals from Dazzle as well. (37-34). At the end of the day, Arax is down, and that's bad news for Swag. The gold graph very much in Mike Chan Dota's favor after taking those structures. 14k XP, coming up to over 10,000 as well, or at least approaching 10,000. Likely to go over. It's a very straight line at the moment. So, of course, the big items very much in favor of Mike Chan. But, I mean, Swag, they're catching up. I mean, Daedalus, Yasha, BKB, not too bad. Shiva's now a Ghost Scepter, as well as the Shiva's Guard and the Mech on the Darkseer. Jesus finishes up the Ag, so the birds are going to be strong. But the Quill Spray is a really big threat for them. It's physical damage. It will take out the familiars. You got to be careful as Blink does get caught out here. The damage from the Plague Wards will dodge the nicely placed Earth Splitters. But that cooldown, let's see. It's pretty long, actually, to just throw it out there like that. But I guess, hey, the pickoff of the Naga could have been worth it. If we check the buyback statuses, we do have Squee with the buyback and Darkseer Zelu with the buyback here for Swag. So if they do die, they could possibly still defend another lane of Rax. Roshan coming up in not too much longer as the Radiant just continue their map dominance. Another Satanic. That's still, I guess, the triple lifesteal for the SK. It could be pretty strong. Nice sleep initiation onto this Greed here coming out by Mike Chan Dota. Another nice wall onto 2. It's just Dazzle and it's just Elder Titan, but hey, they picked them off immediately. Chef will go ahead and Ghost Scepter up, but yeah, he's going to go down. That's 3 pickoffs for Swag. Once again, the kills are even 37-37, but it's still a long road back to win this game, I think, for Swag. Roche up in 30 seconds. They probably realized this, maybe could capitalize, but of course, Dave with the lifesteal auras just marching the creep forward here, working on some of these econ buildings as well as maybe to the tier 4 even. As the rest of the team maybe tries to push. Doesn't look like they can really decide what they want to do. It's a tough decision to make. They want to maybe try to force a Rax out off of that team fight, but they're forced to defend because Dave being pretty annoying with the AC, Vlad's lifesteal there, just a big wave of mega creep in that top lane. So someone's got to deal with it. They have to back off. And they just have to wait patiently for another attempt here by Mike Chan Dota at a lane that still has a tier 3 tower and take that team fight that much easier. And Jigobilly Satanic Manta, 5,400 gold. Maybe he'll go for a Basher. I think he could use one. He's being kited around a lot. I'd say a BKB, but of course net goes right through that. Maybe even a Ghost Scepter, actually. Although that's physical. I don't know if you can use Quill Spray through Ghost Scepter. I'm just not really positive. Don't play the hero a lot. We don't see it a lot, so I don't know. Maybe the Ghost Scepter could be the pickup. If you're wondering why I'm saying that, it's because it'll get you out of net. And you can still run and chase people down with it. And then you could probably Manta out of the Ghost Scepter, actually, to continue to attack. But I guess you could just Manta out of the net, which is why he has it. But he still seems to be sitting in net a lot. Otherwise, big team fight sort of breaks out. Nice Earth Splitter to start things off. But again, the combo's perfectly wall, vacuum, everything, overgrowth onto everyone. And Mike Chan Dota, they lose 4. Jigobilly trying to fight. There's the respawn there by the Skeleton King. I keep calling it SK. And he goes down yet again. And the Roche is now available. Oh, already was taken. What am I saying here? I was too busy talking about the net. Swag takes the Roche. They win the ensuing team fight as well. Let's actually see who picked it up. Squee once again with the Aegis. Jigobilly now running for his life. That's an okay position for Bristleback to be in, as we do see, I think it was a buyback by Dave, actually. Indeed it was. They look to get Jigobilly, and that stun and an armlet toggle should seal the deal. Jigobilly will live, but now, wanting to pull ahead, the Goldgraph turns around. XP turning around. Swag still very much alive in this game with that team fight. They always seem to get it off. It looks like it's going to be so bad, a perfect Echo Stomp into an Earth Splitter every time in these big engagements, and then Swag just turns it around and says, nope, we're going to get that Overgrowth Wall Vacuum combo every single time, and it's just huge. And of course, when they're that close together, the side blades come out from Squee with the Daedalus crit. There's the armor reduction from Meld as well as Riptide. There's just a lot of damage to be had, and the Treant heals have been sustaining them, even more so than the triple lifesteal strat here coming out from Mike Chan Dota. And there's the Abyssal Blade. So, to be kited no more. We'll see if he can still get out of the nets, though, with that Manta. It's a 14-second cooldown on net, so he's going to have some time to run free. Alright, 41-39. Swag working their way back into the game still. It's a long road that they've already traversed quite a bit of, but I still think it's a long way back. We'll see, though, as other people get items. But a nice Earth Splitter onto 2. The ultimate goes off from Chef. Nice defensive overgrowth Blink will just pop to sleep, TP out. Jesus going to try to TP out as well. Not going to be as lucky. Kind of hesitated on it a little bit. Also went back to base. If he TP'd somewhere else, it would have been shorter, but don't think it would have mattered. The Ools was there, and that's going to be Dazzle with the Ools. Another familiar goes down. A lot of familiars dying this game as Tree now picks up the Blink Dagger. They want that initiation to make that wall combination with the Overgrowth even better. They do get picked off there, the Visage. Goldgraph takes a bit of a dip, but still a large lead, a 2 or 3 item lead there in terms of like that 11, 12k gold that they have. XP though right back at normal, so winning the team fights still, I mean, anyone can do it in this game, as Jigglebilly's Abyssal Blade could be really strong. If you had to really see it in action, maybe looking to use it here for the first time. Who's he want to take out first? Probably the TA. Maybe even the Naga though, it's kind of annoying. We'll see what they do. Wall is back up, of course, very short cooldown. The net coming up big, Echo Stomp, wall is down. And uh-oh, that's not the wall that they needed from Zelu, and Zelu looks to be going down. Here's the sleep. He's positioning for a vacuum, but he doesn't have it already used. No Overgrowth coming in either. Looks like that is still on cooldown. Comes off now, can use it. They're still fending this back. Orbit goes down. Jigglebilly to drop. He's sheeped up as well as netted. And let's see the sheep actually being finished up there on Zelu for that fight. So Visage picking up the kill on Jigglebilly. 43-40. This high ground defense might be too much. Dave's like, alright, I'll just keep marching creep into this tier 4. It's taking some damage. And maybe if we could get that tier 4, wither it down. Because we can't seem to win these team fights now. We just didn't build items. I mean, we did, but there's still no magic immunity. They've got Assault Cure, Satanic, as well as the Vladimir's here for the SK. That's pretty nice. Bristle does have some legit items for carry Bristle, but he's struggling. He's being kited a lot right now. And now the tier 3 tower could be in trouble. That pops out the Fortify. There is no buyback. The only buyback in the game available is Squee actually on the TA. And let's see what they can get done. He's still holding on to the Aegis here as he's kind of diving now. A nice Earth Splitter to fly. Will hit him. It goes through BKB actually. And now Squee wastes the BKB onto the Aegis as most are respawning. The team fight continues to happen. Dave has Reincarnation. Looks to be taking a fall. The meld hit takes out Chef Gem on the deck. Squee not even going to bother to pick it up. They really need to get the towers. The pings are coming out for it right now. As Dave respawns, they want to kill him again. Smurs hits for 158. Blinks forward actually with the Ion Shell to do the damage. And let's see, they actually will pick off Dave. Orbit comes up with a nice Shallow Grade. Smurs to drop. Now Squee could be in trouble. Slept here. They didn't get the tower. They thought they could win the team fight. Blink forced to throw the sleep to get out of here. Zelu is like, uh-oh. Time to pull out as Zeus throws, trying to get another kill. And let's see, Squee is actually still alive on the back of all this. Looking to go on to Dave right now, but here comes Orbit, that 15-second. Oh, wow, he is not able to get it off. Now he's man-fighting. Dazzle could be in a lot of trouble. Squee just doing work. Meanwhile, Jigglebilly, no, that's Chicken MC, continues to chase. As Jigglebilly, there he is, comes back, takes out Squee, goes down. They don't get the tower or the racks at the moment. They've got to defend the tier 4s. After that engagement, the tier 4 almost gone. So a bit of a costly dive. They didn't even pick up the gem either. Squee could have grabbed it. They don't get the tier 3 tower that they could have got. Maybe could have got the racks and got out. But yeah, this game, pretty ridiculous right now. And I would say that Mike Chan Dota is sort of messing around with a gimmicky lineup, but I mean, it's pretty good. Saw how strong the aggressive Charlene was, and I don't know, like Swag, of course, they've got the better lineup, I think, like overall, but they picked up a tree as a farming tree, and I think that was just a really big mistake going into this game. If they had any other carry right there, I feel like it could have been a lot nicer for them, because, I mean, it's pretty much all on Squee to do a lot of this damage, and the only reason the wall and all the magic burst damage is doing so much is because there's no BKBs. Chicken MC actually has one now. But yeah, I don't know. Mike Chan Dota may have shot themselves in the foot, not getting that BKB up early enough, and then Swag may have just shot themselves in the foot as well. So we've got some wounded teams running around right now. When Swag dove there past the tier 3, past 2 tier 3s actually, didn't pick up a Rax. If they did, I would probably say they're going to win this game in the end, but still, anyone's game. The tier 4 did take a lot of damage in the top lane, and it's getting healed back up. So Treant, of course, now he's paying off after I said I didn't like the pick. He was a one-roll farming defensive tri-lane Treant, and at 50 minutes he has a blink and shred. So you can see it's not ideal for Swag. Squee, though, team on his back. Going for the butterfly now as he picks up the Eagle Song, and we'll see. Jigglebilly can probably just react to that with a quick MKB if he really needs to. And actually the butterfly already finished on Squee, so really big item coming out for him right now. At the 50-minute mark, it is 45-43. If we wanted items, we got some items. approaching on 100 kills. The gold graph still very much in favor of Mike Chan, as we would expect. Experience seems to be dipping back up after that team fight sort of dive by Swag, and maybe just farming with more map control right now. And of course there's a whole lane of mega creeps that they're farming on the side of Swag, which doesn't give as much gold, so expect that gold graph to stay ahead. Alright, so maybe Mike Chan Dota looking to push up as a team. They got to go high ground on this, though. The tier 4, wow, already back to full health. Talk about a hero. Tree Ant, still very good, but just not in that role, I don't think. He's definitely a lane winner when he's a support, I think. Trying to farm up, maybe not so much. Either way, Squee unleashes there. Critting for about 1,000 right now on the Bristle, and that was a backside attack, but I think the crit that shows up is before mitigation, so there's that 40% mitigation from the backside of Bristleback there. I believe that's how it should work. As Orbit gets sheeped up, that's the shallow grave they really depend on, and he's down. They do throw the net, I don't know if it was even needed, but they pick off the Dazzle, and that's a bit of the team fight sustain. If not a lot of it. I mean, the Shallow Grave, very strong spell. Duration 5 seconds of doing whatever you want, going crazy, and then of course maybe even heals after that to stay alive longer. And that's down, so they are not going to be able to fight. 51 minutes we're at right now. Swag leading on the kills, 46-43, but still behind in every other category. They're down a Rax, they're down XP, and they're down gold, but they still want to win this game right now. And yeah, I guess we do have some downtime. So of course there's a lot of people watching on the stream right now. There's probably a lot watching a game. The CEVO Season 3 ticket is online. These are the show matches to get it started tonight. If you've liked it, if you're watching on stream and you don't have the ticket, make sure to pick it up. It's only $1.99, and you should be able to get quite a bit of tournament items from some up-and-coming players. There's quite a few MLG players here in CEVO Season 3. So yeah, should be fun. And hey, it's free items, right? And watch some great North American Dota as CEVO looks to put themselves back in the position of being one of the premier tournaments for Dota 2, along with some other games. So check out CEVO.com, buy up that ticket as well. And registration is still open for Season 3, CEVO Season 3 open. These are main teams. Primarily the ticket matches will be of CEVO main, but from time to time again, maybe cast some open. And of course we'll probably cover the open playoffs in it as well. And yeah. I'm Helium from twitch.tv/FMBPDota. So if you like what you're seeing here tonight, make sure to follow. I cast a ton of CEVO as well as NEL, and looking to get a couple other tournaments as well here on this channel, and maybe over on one of Neo Dota's channels. So we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, I guess make sure to follow and check out CEVO. The links are below the stream for you to check it out, so no excuses there. As Orbit, what do you got here? We'll do a quick item rundown of everybody. Satanic, AC, Vlad's going for maybe Butterfly of his own. Could be Heaven's Halberd there with the Talisman of Evasion. Ul's, Force Staff, Phase, Drums, Ghost up on Orbit as the Roshan attempt is underway yet again. So hopefully we've seen the items. Butterfly and some Sheep Sticks and some BKBs, the biggest additions from the last time we checked. And they look to contest the Roche, but can they? This is the cheese. There's no slots for Squee. Like, he can't even grab it. Is he going to sell the Yasha or the Helm? Those are pretty good items. They're all still sitting in there. He actually sells the Helm with the Dominator, goes for the Aegis, so probably the right call. They want to go on Jigglebilly. The wall has already been let go, and I don't see anyone dead yet, so maybe not a Zilu wall material here this late in the game, or the BKB's just paying off. Jigglebilly has one as well, going to town right now, cleans up 2. Does drop though, and the Aegis from Squee hasn't been taken off, as looks like Chicken MC will live. Ooh, eats extra damage there with the Ghost Scepter from the Soul Assumption. Familiars will take him down. Buyback from Jigglebilly. So once again, Swag, I believe they trade even there. I think they were up 3 kills, and now they're still up 3. As we do have some fighting that's continuing. Dave going toe-to-toe right now with Zilo, but here comes Squee to make it a little uneven. He wants to just TP out. There's the vacuum to cancel. Sheepstick from Darkseer as well. That's the Reincarnate. And let's see if he can fight. I don't believe so. Dave probably just going to be dropping here. Doesn't attack for a whole lot, but he's got some really supporty aura and team fighting items. Also help with the push. but not able to just man fight 3 heroes, and they're spreading out nicely, and yeah, they're going to take him down. Roll drop. Boots of Travel now up for Chicken MC. Oh, I didn't realize this, though. Dave takes out the bot racks while that team fight was going on. So he wasn't there in the team fight. He gets the racks, and that could very well be the game as Squee pops the Aegis. Jigglebilly bot back for this, and he's getting pretty low. Will actually drop Jesus with a double kill. I've seen Wild Bill pick up a few items. I actually know him. So congrats to that. I want some items. But either way, the racks is down after that team fight. Mike Chan Dota loses it, and they actually buy back and lose some more. So the team fight didn't go well for them. Swag with the big team fights. They're up now 6 kills after that, but they lose the racks. They're down 2 racks right now. Even the mid being pressured here as Chicken MC picked up some Boots of Travel, and he's looking at the team fight with the BKB. Doesn't get you out of net. Of course, the Astral is not going to be enough. The refracted damage, or I guess if you want to call it that, now picks up the double kill. I think the Urn there was still lingering on the tree, and he will drop. Chicken MC goes down, but the bot racks have been cleaned up. The top racks are down. It's just the tier 3. It's getting pressured here by the creep. The tier 4, even this tier 4 getting really low, and that's what the Treant been focused on a lot of other things this game, like the team fights. Boots of Travel picked up, maybe trying to make a base race out of it. However, looks like Mike Chan Dota, they've already got 3 back into the mid lane. They want to take out the tower. Treant and Darkseer are still down. That's pretty much the recipe for Swag to win the team fights. They're not there. The Weave goes out. They're going to get the tower. Tier 3 goes down, looking to pick up the Megaseer. There's the buyback by the Darkseer. The sleep is here. Can Darkseer get there in time? He already is. He looks like he TP'd forward and gets a nice wall vacuum there on actually just one orbit with the Ul Scepter. Dodges it, and Dave shallow graved up now trying to fight. He does have Reincarnate. A nice Echo Stomp. Dave still dies while everyone is sleeping and looks to continue to fight. Can he, though? Will just try to TP out, and he will actually get out just barely as the tier 3 tower takes the fall. Jigglebilly, oh, of course, not there, still dead, but there's the tier 4 getting really low. Looks like someone got netted up. That's going to be Orbit. Orbit here with the 4-staff with the Uls, trying to buy as much time as possible, but he's going to die. Darkseer picked it up there with the Ion Shell damage. Tier 3 down, gold graph, still 14k, been leveled off. XP still dead even, as I believe that gets us to exactly 100 kills right now. As Chicken MC, I think he sums up the game pretty adequately right there. This game has been a little ridiculous. Divine Rapier on Squee, everything on the line right now. Boots of Travel, Divine, Butterfly, BKB, and a Daedalus right now, as we do have a quick pause in this game. Alright, we're back. 100 kills in this game. Someone mentioned earlier, is this NEL? It's starting to seem a lot like it. Which I do normally cast late night, but I'm actually insanely hungry right now, so I may just grab food. Maybe we'll cast some NEL at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. But forget that. The final push for Swag. Everything on the line. The Divine online for Squee. He's looking to pressure the tier 3 tower. If they get this, they gotta win the team fight, and then they have to throne. Who had the cheese? It's probably already gone. Stunned up. BKB. The Earth Splitter goes through, but here comes the disengage. Blink saves the sleep for it. Very well done. Where's Darkseer? He's actually back in base defending right now, so they're not going to get the wall off of that. Looks like Overgrowth was just used up. Jesus will go down, and the final push, well, not very epic, as they are pretty much forced to back off. Squee looking to go back in and maybe get some pickoffs. We're going Squee Cam for this one. Goes, opens onto Dave. Destroys the Venomancer. Going on to Dave again. Does he still have Reincarnate? He does. Squee getting pretty low. Wants to go on Jigglebilly. Needs to get in front of him. And let's see, he doesn't have the lifesteal anymore, so he drops some of the sustain, but of course, the Butterfly is going to be nice. Squee getting low. Refraction has surged out there by Zelu. Gets into the fight. Squee, though, will probably be going down pretty soon. Dave, can he get anything done? There's a stun. There's Refraction as well. And now, a heal up. I think a mechanism or something coming out. Squee getting some HP back. Will go down. That's the Rapier, and that maybe looks to be the game. A Jigglebilly with a double kill, multi-kill. I guess Squee Cam not too exciting anymore that he's dead. And I think that's about all she wrote here for Swag. They're probably going to lose this match despite being ahead of kills. As we see here, Chicken MC picking up the Megas, pops up the BKB just to clean up the racks. The team fight's still raging here. Jigglebilly sheeped up. Just annoying game for Jigglebilly. He's a fun hero, but he's been netted, he's been stunned, he's been sheeped about every second I check to see what he's doing as Orbit's still alive. Ion Shell on him. I think that was a bit of a misclick, but either way, Jigglebilly back onto another killing spree. As now Zilu looking to maybe go down here. The Poison Stun going to kick in. And Chicken MC probably going to be able to clean him up here. Maybe. The Jiggle Billy. The damages. The Abyssal. They get him. Double kill. And that's the game. That's the Megas. The Throne very exposed. The GGGGG from GGGGGGG. So that makes it extra official. Anyways, this was the third BO1 and the CEVO show matches for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that inspires people to buy the tickets. They're only $1.99 and there's some great Dota. And wow, saves it for a second. And yeah, what a game. Anyway, I'm Helium, twitch.tv/FMBPDota. So make sure to follow here on Twitch. Cast a lot of CEVO. As you see here, make sure to buy the ticket. And NEL, also buy the ticket for that. Some great tournaments in North American Dota. And I hope to see you guys back soon. Check out CEVO.com and sign up for the upcoming Season 3 if you haven't already. Peace out.